He's in front of my car. He's touching my car now. He's picking up my car.
Alright, what's up all you boppas and big gay lions? Today we're coming at you with another video. The last one about Bert Kreischer did pretty well. It made people kind of angry. But so we're gonna, instead of, we're gonna do a little more of a serious one. Went on the Fighter and the Kid subreddit the last couple days and there's been some big drama going down, so I'm just gonna talk about a little bit of it. Because I think it's pretty funny. I think everything Brendan Schaub related is pretty funny. If you don't know, Brendan Schaub is like, I think he's like the Chris Chan of comedy right now. Like, he's just getting trolled, and right now his whole world is kind of falling apart, and it's just, it kind of sucks for him, but it's really fun to watch, because he's just a sly bastard. He's just sneaky. So Mark Harley, Brendan Schaub's media guy, who was pretty much just like doing everything for him, he got fired, or maybe he quit. I didn't really look into it that much. I'm guessing he got fired because there's some bad blood now. Because he is releasing all these DMs, all this stuff. He's like an angry ex-girlfriend right now. And he's going on shows talking about what's going on. So I'm going to start off with just this clip of him talking about what's going on. It's on a show called The MMA Holes, which is kind of a, maybe it's a good show, but it's kind of a gay name. But anyway, I'll just play the clip and let you see what's up.
I do want to talk about, because it is all over the place, these baddies. So were you the guy? So you were the guy that wrangled the baddies? Were you the dude?
Yeah. Well, see, I'll be very specific here. I was relaying messages back and forth. So these messages would come at like all hours of the day. Like, that's one of the more exhausting parts of the job, and kind of why I was offended when Brendan would be like, oh, Mark's like not working hard enough. It's like, dude, I'm on call for you 24/7 doing the stupidest shit, like, while also like editing and doing Photoshop and doing like creative work, or like, you're like, hey, you're not like, you're on your phone too much. He used to say that to me, and that's like one of these criticisms. It's like, I'm on my phone too much. Or he's like, oh, you came in late, like that was one of the things he said to you. And I'm like, name one time I came in late. Like, you mean when I wake up and I'm editing at 8 a.m. and like fielding your like social media, check my DMs requests. So, and then I come into the office at 11, but I've already been working for 3 or 4 hours. It's very exhausting because it's such an inefficient use of anyone's time. And I think the only reason that he had somebody else do this was plausible deniability to his wife that, how could I be cheating on Instagram? I don't even have it on my phone, And so I forget when it started, but it was like, I started to realize, like, he asked more directly, but
Alright, so in the rest of that clip, he kind of explains it. Schaub was just having him deal with all of his Instagram DMs, that he could find chicks wherever he was doing shows. And, that's pretty sneaky, pretty sly when you've got a wife. You can't be doing that. And it's also pretty sly and sneaky and snake-like to be releasing all this too, but I don't know. I can't even take a side here. It's all falling apart. Every part of this is just falling apart. But that is just the start. He fires his media guy, or his media guy leaves, and then he starts revealing all that stuff. All this drama's being brought up. And then now, Bryan Callen, the co-host of his podcast, is leaving. The other day, Schaub tweeted this: is this the end of the dynamic duo? Is Bryan Callen really leaving The Fighter and the Kid? The next episode of The Fighter and the Kid, tune in. By the way, The Fighter and the Kid subreddit, which might be like the best subreddit like in history, and that's where I'm getting all this information. It's just clips ripped straight from there. So you can probably find them all on there. If you think this is as funny as I do, you can spend hours on that. That's why I'm making this video, so I have a reason to be like, I just scrolled this subreddit for 2 hours learning everything I could about Brendan Schaub. Like, this is crazy. Alright, so at some point in this recent episode, Bryan Callen, the gym coach from the Goldbergs, is where I know him from. That's like the only place I've ever seen him. He announced he's going to be going on Louder with Crowder, that's just awesome. Alright, so this is the clip where he explains what's going on.
Uh-oh. I know.
I'm doing Crowder, Louder with Crowder.
I love Crowder.
Yeah.
I just talked to Crowder.
Yeah, great guy.
He's my guy.
Brendan does this with everyone. He says, "Oh, he's my best friend. That's my boy. We're always hanging out. We're always texting." and then they always have a video like this immediately after it.
Schaub, I think Matt Mitrione was the one who actually played the most in the NFL.
I didn't know the Schaub one, so
Yeah, I didn't
he
know
wasn't
about
very
Schaub.
good.
no.
He wasn't very good, much like his podcast hosting ability. Oh,
Ouch.
worst stand-up special I've ever seen in
Really? Stand-up special?
Yeah.
the
didn't know that.
loosest sense of the word. Yeah.
Where is it at? Netflix or
They probably funded
it's
it,
on
yeah.
Showtime.
Showtime?
Yeah, it's on Showtime. Just look for the cover with the full-grown man dressed like Justin Bieber.
They're just nothing but shade. These guys are not friends. That's just a lie. There's no way these guys are friends and then talking about each other like this. This little split up that's happening and they still decided to do an episode about it. It just made for a really awkward episode where Callan is just making fun of Schaub the whole time, and it's kind of hard to watch. There's just a lot of cringe. The rest of this video is just gonna be me watching cringe from this episode.
That was good. I got to catch a flight.
Oh, you're going to Dallas because
Yeah.
you quit fighting the kid.
I'm going to do Louder with Crowder kids. I quit Fighter and the.
I'm in Tacoma Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Tacoma Lane. I'm definitely downloading that.
Lane,
app
what a great,
as soon as we leave here. Yeah,
what
you're
a
the
trove
best.
of
Man.
information you are.
Great to
man.
finally meet you, brother.
you.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
you, man.
I love
that guy, right?
Yeah,
My
fuck
boy.
this guy.
All right, now see, that's a pretty normal interaction. We're like, all right, we list our dates, we thank the guest, the end of the episode, everything's gonna be all good. Then it just gets freaking weird.
Talk to us when you deadlift over 300, right?
Yeah.
Hey, this That's a good
You're making
impression.
fun of.
dude.
You're making fun
First of all, what he does this impression like 3 or 4 times during the episode, and it just doesn't, like, why is he doing this? It's not like, bro, we're not in 8th grade. Chill.
No, I'm making fun of you. Me. No, you got to take creatine, you piece of shit.
Ow!
And then he starts slapping him out of nowhere. He's like, the whole episode is just awkward touching and like trying to totally mog Brendan because he's just there's something going on that these guys can't be friends either. I don't believe that. I'm starting to think that Brendan Schaub doesn't have any friends, and it's pretty tragic.
Oh, here we go.
Now he's like jumping on top of him and he's like grabbing him and like, dude, it's a little gay. It looks a little gay. Here's more of this weird hitting, like it's homoerotic. Brian, you gotta chill. You gotta chill.
Which is autophagy or all these buzzwords.
Yeah, Toffish, you fucking idiot.
People who intermittent fast, they have
Like I don't even know what's going on. Maybe he's hanging out with Crowder too much. He's getting groomed in the Discord calls, and now he's a bisexual like Crowder. That's my only explanation for what could be happening. I don't know if he usually is this weird, because it's so awkward. He's just slapping him, and Brendan's not even reacting. He's trying to listen to this guy talk. I don't know who this guest is, but it seems like they have like a pretty smart fitness dude talking about creatine and fasting and all that stuff. Okay, I've got one more like weird cringe moment. Like this is, I can't even explain this one. You got to prepare yourself for this. And sorry about the bad audio quality, but just watch.
You're about to educate me today because real quick, just full transparency, carnivore and intermittent fasting.
okay.
And TRT.
I mean, it certainly
JJ.
can work. So, at least when it comes to like your muscular growth potential,
Like, bro, what was that move? I'm gonna roll that back.
at least when it comes to like your muscular growth potential.
You touch his lips and then put your finger in your mouth.
At least when it comes to like your muscular.
Dude, this is just sus. You can't, what reason is there to ever do this? Like, what is the joke here? You touch his lips and then put your finger in your mouth. He did go on his first episode of Louder with Crowder. I think he's putting a special up on Mug Club or something. I tried to watch it, but I just don't like Crowder that much, so there's no way I'm gonna watch 2.5 hours of Brian Callen and Crowder. Alright guys, this was just me going over some clips and stuff I found from the Fighter and the Kid subreddit. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, and going through them and finding all this stuff. Like, that was just so awkward. I just hope I'm never this cringe. I just hope I never end up in a, like, you gotta get pretty deep to have a subreddit with like 100,000 people in it making these clips of you doing this every week. Every episode, I'm like, you do like 3 shows in every episode. There's like clips and clips and clips of this awkward stuff going on, and it's not funny. There's tons of dead air. I don't even get it. I just don't even get it.